Hello and welcome to Unscripted, Candid Conversations with CEO HINCOL. My name is Raj Banerjee and today I'm here to explore the innovators and visionaries building India's climate resilient infrastructure solutions. In the process, I'm actually deep diving into a sector that literally paves the way for India's growth, which is the bitumen derivatives and road construction industry. While most of us drive on the highway without batting an eyelid, the material beneath our wheels, we have no idea, is undergoing a revolutionary transformation. My guest today is Shri Debashis Chakraverty, the CEO of HINCOL, a pioneering joint venture between Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited India and Colas SA France, one of the global leaders in road construction groups. It is very interesting for me to know that HINCOL isn't just manufacturing bitumen derivatives. They're reimagining what sustainable, durable and climate resilient roads can be for all of us. From turning waste tires into high performance road materials, pioneering cold mix technologies that slash carbon emissions in a drastic way, and building everything from Formula One racetracks to high altitude Himalayan highways, HINCOL is right at the forefront of India's infrastructure revolution, facilitating a construction of over 10,000 kilometers highway annually and ambitious projects like Bharat Pariyojana and PM Gati Shakti reshaping our connectivity. The key question today is not how fast we can build. It's actually how smart and sustainably can we build. Today I'm here to explore how HINCOL answers these tough questions and recreate Pather Panchali. That's right, the song of the road, by blending cutting-edge European technology with homegrown innovation and positioning India as a global leader in the next generation infrastructure solutions provider. Mr. Chakraverty, a very warm welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I would request you to run us through the origin story of HINCOL and that core philosophy that still takes calls today.
Thank you, Mr. Raj, for having me here. By the way, you talked about Pather Panchali. I saw this film for the third time about 15 days back. So that remains really green in my memory. The village roads and the way they went on to the towns and Banaras, etc.
Right.
So the story begins about 31 years back in the year 1995. Two gentlemen from Colas, Paris, they decided to take a flight to Bombay, the then Bombay. They landed here and then they went to many of the corporates here, mostly the oil marketing companies, and tried to sell their idea of using emulsions in roads, which was a futuristic idea at that time, because in India at that time pure bitumen was being used for road construction, not emulsions.
Sure.
As the idea was very, very futuristic, most of the corporates, they could not accept that, and they decided nothing to do with these two gentlemen or this company called Colas. Finally, they came to HPCL and they met the then HPCL chairman, who was again open to ideas, and he embraced this idea at once. Wow. And rest is history.
Wonderful.
At the core of our ideology, what remains is our unwavering commitment to quality, innovation and safety, and also sustainability, which is very important these days.
Sure.
We at HINCOL, we feel that we are not only building infrastructure, but we are contributing to the nation building by way of mobilizing commerce, by way of helping people meet each other, go to each other, and thus overall growth of the country we are contributing to. That is what we feel.
Wow. That's a brilliant insight as to how the inception happened, how the first foundations were laid. It's really, really insightful, Mr. Chakraverty. It's great to know that how the journey from product to nation building happens. My next question to you is, how do you actually build a culture that turns technical expertise into everyday practice?
It's again a great question. In my view, the statement purportedly made by Peter Drucker about 100 years back, that culture eats strategy for breakfast, still holds.
Wow, so true.
In HINCOL, we have nurtured this culture for a long time. You know, we are 31 years old company. The culture remains innovation driven and also with a growth mindset. To drive innovation, certain things we keep doing, like we have a platform where each and every employee can come up with an idea, and however blunt that idea is, however rakish that idea is, no idea is nipped at the bud. We evaluate each and every idea, and then we give people freedom to experiment with their ideas. We have built an organization where there is no fear of failures. Even if somebody is trying an idea and it fails, it is celebrated, and he is not given any negative points for that. That kind of an organization we have built over time. Second part, I said that it's a growth mindset that we are inculcating. We always like people who are having a learn all philosophy rather than know all philosophy, and that is being taken care of while we recruit the youngsters from the engineering colleges. If somebody says that he knows everything, we don't give that much importance to that person. We try not to take those people to our company. Recruitment happens at multiple levels. Like I said, at the engineering college level, where we take the freshers and we groom them. Nobody is put on to the job directly. In every case, sufficient hand-holding is done by the managers. They are given different types of trainings like technical, leadership trainings, etc. The leadership trainings that we give, they are not stereotype ones.
Right.
They are again bespoke.
Okay.
And depending on our requirement, we try to come up with a leadership program for targeted people. For example, very recently we rolled out a program called Pioneering Sales Leadership. What we did, it was a blend of classroom training as well as on the field training.
Okay.
So after a few sessions, classroom sessions, each and every youngster was given a project which he was supposed to do in his place of posting.
Wow.
And then come back with the outcomes. Those were analyzed, and the final presentation was made before me.
Okay.
So that kind of a culture we are trying to inculcate at HINCOL, which is paying dividends to us.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Sounds like a very immersive experience that this whole
Absolutely.
new incumbent is there in the atmosphere and try to do his best and present it to the leadership.
Exactly.
That's really, it's like a case study.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Really good to know that. It's brilliant to know that you are actually crafting the culture between training and ownership. And that's a wonderful thing to thought leadership activity across the organization. My next question, Mr. Chakraverty, is about when a contractor is standing on the project and here for a very difficult job, maybe an airport layover. What does HINCOL do on day one to hand over? What's the process?
In fact, the process starts before day one, let me tell you. When we sell our products to any contractor, it's not just a vendor and client relationship.
Sure.
We believe that it's a partnership that we are having with the contractors.
Right.
And we do their entire hand holding.
Okay.
Anywhere we want to put our products, before that, the full technical analysis of the area are required. What kind of aggregates are there. Aggregates are different in different parts.
Sure.
Then what kind of climatic conditions are there? What kind of traffic is there? Depending on these three major criteria, we design binders for them. And then we give them full training,
Right.
how it is to be applied. Only coming up with a good product doesn't solve our problem.
Right.
It is to be applied in the right manner. For that, it is important that the people of the contractor who are actually using that product on the ground, they are trained well. So that kind of training is taken up. After that, we have got an application engineers team who are constantly monitoring whether the roads are laid as per our defined criteria and standards or not.
Okay.
After the application, also post application, we are always in touch with the contractors, because you might know that there is a defect liability period for the roads those are built, and that extends generally to 5 years or 10 years.
Okay.
So we ensure that during this period there are no problems faced by the contractors.
Right.
For that, all these precautions are taken.
Wow. So
That
you
is the
don't lose any. You don't leave any loopholes.
We do not leave any loopholes, otherwise, it is a problem to the contractor also, it is a problem to HINCOL also.
Right.
And we don't want that at any cost we get a bad name in the field.
Right. Right.
So it's not only about product, but it also is about application of it.
Right. And it's very important of the fact that you mentioned that you stay in touch with them periodically to know what's going wrong and how can you anticipate the next probable problem.
We do. In fact, a very latest trend is the products which come out of our plants, they go through meticulous quality procedures,
Sure.
quality testing, etc. But that is not enough. Even when the products go to the field, the quality of these products is again checked.
Okay.
And in some of the cases, these contractors and their people, they do not know how to do it. So our people are available at the site to handhold them.
Multiple checkpoints.
Multiple checkpoints.
Wonderful.
This is such a product.
Right.
We cannot take any chances with quality
It's brilliant.
whatsoever.
That shows the commitment of the team and the leader to ensure that the final end user experience is unquestionable.
Right.
Thanks so much for giving that insight. We move on to the next question, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chakraverty, I read somewhere you've mentioned HINCOL as a partner in progress. Now, it's a bit of a personal question. As a professional, as a human being, what is that one moment or one project that made you feel that HINCOL is really a serious contributor in nation building?
This is something which I am deeply proud of, actually. You have asked me to name only one of the projects, but actually there are many.
Sure.
Before that, let me start with a case study. This case study was done some time back, maybe 1.5 years back, in near Jamshedpur, which is a city in Jharkhand now, earlier Bihar. So there is a village which was not connected to the city, and there are all agricultural areas around,
Right.
and all farmers used to stay there. In rainy season, the roads used to be so muddy that they could not come to the city, Jamshedpur,
Right.
to sell their produce.
Right.
Then fortunately we had this Gram Sadak Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, which present government came up with. And people thought that this was all myth. The roads will remain in this condition, the condition in which they are for such a long time.
Right.
Even their ancestors never saw good roads. But ultimately, this road came up. And it was a beautiful black road which connected that village to the city, Jamshedpur, because of which the entire economy of the area has changed.
Wow.
Farmers can now sell their produce directly to the town mandis. There's no question of middlemen. Ultimately, they had to sell it to middlemen who used to take a huge commission out of them.
Sure.
When there is lean season in agriculture, the people from the village can go to the town and they can do some other job. Even in the task of road building, many of them worked,
Right.
and they earned handsome amounts. Healthcare is another big thing. Earlier, the ambulances, etc., were never able to come to the village and attend to the needy. Now, these services are provided to each and every person in the village. The students could not go to the colleges, especially the girl students. They could not go to the colleges in the city,
Right.
that is Jamshedpur. Now they are able to go.
Wow.
So this is how the entire life of the area
Right.
has changed and economic growth is happening. You asked me to name one of the projects which remains very close to my heart.
Right.
Well, again, there's a halo effect, and I'll tell you about the latest project that we have done, which is Navi Mumbai Airport,
Oh.
which was recently inaugurated by our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. And there the entire runway was built by us. I mean,
Right.
our product was used by L&T. L&T is doing that project.
Right.
And the polymer modified bitumen, that is the product which we gave for that airport, that was designed especially for Navi Mumbai Airport.
Customized.
Customized. And we are very, very happy with the performance and the conditions there. In December, I think the first flight is going to land there.
Right.
And when I see such things happening, when I see a child go to school, when I see people connecting, when I see farmers produce going to city, mandis, etc., I feel that somewhere HINCOL has a role to play.
That's a very moving way to narrate the entire story, because I feel it's a very touch and feel way of how you're building the nation in small little ways, where at multiple levels you're touching everybody's life in some way or the other. Could be social, financial, spiritual, and ultimate destination is common for everybody, which is a better experience of life. So congratulations to you on that. Before that, we move on to the next episode, and the first one was really, really insightful. It gave us the origin story of HINCOL. It gave us the values that still makes decisions today, and it also gives HINCOL's contribution and the way it has been a serious contributor to nation building in a fantastic humanistic way, just narrated by Mr. Chakraverty. Thank you so much for being a part of our episode today, and I'll see you in the next episode, and you stay tuned.